so hard, helping it beat out 60.
Hi there. Here we are doing balloons. See, happy birthday, sweet. Happy sweet. No reflections. Happy sweet
Ian?
60, Lil.
Let's see you do that again.
Hold on. Let's get a fresh balloon.
I don't think we're ever going to get through all.
Sorry.
Mark, focus on his baby.
Hang on.
Say happy birthday, Lil.
What's that, Ian?
Happy birthday, Lil. Happy birthday, Lil. I want to do like this.
Okay, we'll all do it.
All right, birthdays, we need balloons. Okay, we need balloons, guys.
Happy birthday.
Hey, what about me?
No, you're faking.
Hey, Marlon.
Guys,
Hi,
we
Ian.
need the balloons.
No, this is cool.
That's it, Ian.
Here we go in pretty colors. This is our spring colors. This goes upstairs.
Happy birthday, Mommy. Happy birthday, Lil. Happy birthday, Lil. Happy birthday, Lil.
Okay, come on, jerk. Let's go.
Yeah, I recognize her.
How do you do?
Keep doing the machines, guys.
We're doing.
No?
I'm behind you.
Hey, Jamie. Jamie. Where's the balloon blower?
Lean back here. Great out there.
I got a lens over here, Sandy.
Thank you.
It's going sideways.
Sandy, you know they look like twins.
They look a lot like him.
They look like twins, exactly.
You know, everyone's going to wonder who you're talking about.
I'm talking about Sandy with her two children. They look just like twins.
They're all like this. They're saying, well, let's see what these people look like.
They can wonder, and it'll make it much more interesting.
All right.
They can hear my voice, and they can imagine all sorts of wonderful things. Let's not disappoint them
they
with
can
this visual image.
All right.
They fantasize in their dreams.
Like I said, I've heard that.
I can see
I've heard that voice.
Is Jay putting the fireplace on?
Oh, it'll be too
hot.
Mom, your friends are here.
They'll start the house on fire.
To have their coats taken upstairs.
Come take pictures of them.
This is a big party.
Hello. Hi.
Oh, look at her. Happy birthday.
Hello. Hi.
Oh, is this you had a perm?
Yeah,
Muzzle top right?
Thank you.
That's it, Elaine.
That. All around.
Elaine, the bulb. Got to keep moving those bulbs. How you doing?
Woody, look behind you. Behind Murray. Oh yeah, I saw the picture. I said Woody's gonna remember this.
Let's have a look at that.
Remember that.
Thank you.
Give me your coat, Murray.
Hi.
You're not supposed to take coats.
What's
Marlon's supposed to take
Marlon's taking
away.
pictures of you.
I want to see that picture there. I
Want to
didn't
get
even.
my picture or that picture? I thought
Yeah.
you wanted me.
All
I'm
right. Why don't you
sorry.
stand beside it there, and we'll
Okay.
get you in there.
Wait. Hold on, I have to get undressed first.
Uh-oh.
Then you'll take a picture.
Good to have that. I just came from California.
Okay.
Mom,
You know, we're taking
tell my mom to get beside. Mom, get beside Ruthie there.
Oh, nice.
Maidla.
Okay, now spread apart so we can see that picture
Let's
again.
spread apart.
No, I can't see the picture. Ah,
All right, very good.
beautiful.
Happy birthday.
Look at that.
Now we all
Happy
made it
birthday.
60. We're all 60.
We're all 60 now.
We're all 60.
The Golden Girls.
That's right. We're the Golden Girls. If I can.
The Golden
The
Girls.
Golden Girls.
I have to interrupt the Golden Girls here.
Okay, it's enough. How many yards do you need?
Well, start walking.
Because I'm big, it takes more room.
Start walking.
More film.
Sure, we got. This the stop button's broken on it.
Is that right?
He's joking.
No.
He wants to keep taking the pictures.
This is
Okay, thank you.
Gorgeous. You sound like Auntie Toby.
Okay, don't have to stand here. I don't have a machine gun on you.
Enough is enough.
All right, let's rate.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Thank you.
Best wishes. Look at how.
Well,
I was 15 then. This is at Minnie Goodman's house.
Markham Street.
Yeah.
That's Minnie Goodman's house.
Honest, I have the same sweater.
We all had the sweater.
right over here. I can't see. I have my glasses. Write the message and we'll sign your names. I can't see.
This
She
is
hasn't
this
got
is
her
a,
glasses either.
I have one of mine.
Come downstairs, we'll have some fish.
Put an R in the end of deer.
Hey, I can't see.
Put your glasses on.
I brought you a picture.
How do you spell seams?
S-C-A-M-S.
S-M. Oh, I gotta write it out. I didn't
All right.
get good. I was gonna say it seems like only yesterday, but I started to figure it out.
Yeah, you gotta get it applied.
Ah, there we go.
Make like this. Make like this.
Like this.
Dum, 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 dum. Come on. Deedle, deedle, dum.
Da 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 da
Come
da
on,
da
come on.
da da da.
Have a text.
Where's Lily? Come on, Will.
Lily,
We look like a bunch of Michigan.
the golf girls.
Let's go.
Ruthie's taking
Root
pictures.
Center.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
How you doing?
Fine. How are you?
Just fine.
Good.
How's Gary?
You're gonna be
Yeah?
on camera, kind of camera.
Global TV.
Great.
Global TV.
Oh, here's Bella Bill.
Marlon, did you bring this up for the
Yes.
waitress?
I
Do you want
never
me to
went.
take it up?
Sure.
Can I salute day?
Sure.
I want you to come check out the new one. It's not as
Yeah.
open
Well,
before.
we'll check it out. Just.
You want to follow me into the kitchen?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Come this way. Follow me
All right.
to our kitchen with the
All
wood
right.
floor.
With the wood floor. Oh yeah.
Baby with you?
No, the baby's at home. The baby's sound asleep.
Hi.
Hey.
How you doing? I got this thing
You're
stuck on my
lost, your
shoulder
voice is
here.
going,
There's
your voice
pictures
is
on
gonna
the
be
table.
bad.
I just brought them. New pictures. Big boy.
Let's get those
You won't
towels there.
recognize them. Ladies, as per your request,
Oh, thank you.
some paper towel. No need
Ladies,
red.
why don't you wave hi to the camera
Over
here?
the camera.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Let's go down the basement there.
Hi.
Bill Evan, how you doing?
How are
Did you
you?
sign?
Bill, how are
Did
you?
you sign in?
Nice to see you.
I didn't notice it even.
That's when I was 15 years old.
Now, Lily?
The bar's downstairs.
Come down to
Go
the
on
bar.
and help yourself. That's the room to be in, you know.
Elaine?
Look a day over 13.
That's nice.
Doesn't that look nice?
That's beautiful. Those candles.
Do I look a day over 13?
Not a day over. Are all the
Something happened to my nose.
Ruth.
My nose got big.
Let's see.
What do you think? Do I still look the same?
Let's close in on
Can
this.
you do one of these things?
Sure. She sure does. Beauty. How many times have people looked at these pictures?
The first one that sticks out is Jay.
Well, he signed it. What did he sign? He just signed his name, Joe.
Well, oh yeah,
Gotta
Tess,
say hello.
let's see.
Look, yeah.
Here, shake its head.
Hello. How are you?
Dance with him.
Lil, you want to say hello to your friend?
Hello. Where'd you get that? It is.
And it walks. Mom, it'll walk around the room. See?
See how he walks?
It's a she.
She walks around the room.
Looks like Betty Boop.
Or he?
Is her name Betty Boop?
Oh, there's
Is this Betty Boop?
Is that Betty Boop?
Betty Boop. Looks like Betty Boop.
Well, then it's Betty Boop.
The girls drop the boys off.
You're on.
Streamers. I forgot the streamers from the picnic. We haven't seen them.
The streamers or the streamers?
Streamers. That's what they do.
I got a shot of the bartenders here. Ladies, excuse me.
Bartenders. Take a shot when they're doing something. Don't take a shot when they're standing idle doing
Jay,
nothing.
a scotch for Booby. Okay,
Give her a double.
a Caesar for me, please.
Hey, look at this. Check this. Is this class a scoop for the hit?
Jay, tell.
Jay, they rip through them right away and then it clears up. Really? Same with booze, same with
If you run low,
You got
take off
Caesar
your
for me,
shirt
Joyce?
and the waitress can come.
Did you hear what Elaine said about the scoop? Yes.
Vodka?
Yes. Extra spicy. Do you like the scoop, Elaine?
Well, I like the idea of it.
Tell them to hear the history of the scoop.
Couldn't resist. What do you mean you like the idea?
What's the story of it? I've never seen a scoop in the hit. Hi, Sonia. Nice to meet you.
Make it deal. I'll make it this if you give me a meatball.
A meatball?
Right here on the end.
Hey, can you pass those that meatball dish over here there, cuz?
Yeah, put it in front of the bar.
Oh, sorry. Okay, bartender, you can pick out.
Sure.
Here, Jay, I'll have one. Jay, I'd love one. One for me here. Come on.
Fine, how are you? Don't mind the wet hand. Only ice. Again? I told you that I don't have a can.
Everything okay? What do you think you're feeling? You're probably not yet.
Tequila. Another cheap day.
How about
Thank you.
fuzzy name? It's got peach schnapps in it, a little bit of vodka, and orange
Hey, Mark. Excuse me. I guess they are. I guess the windows are open, aren't they?
One is. I can open the other one.
Yeah, definitely.
You'll be back or not. Hey.
You pig.
Hi, I'm Jen. Look at that. No, I'm just at a acquaintance.
Hey, cousin. Avi.
Oh, hello, welcome to the little 60th anniversary party. I'm your host, and I hope you have a very good time. So come on, let's see what's happening at the bar.
All right.
How are ya?
There we have Jane.
How are ya?
This must be.
Never in a show.
It was my.
Okay, fade to black, fade to black. Whoa!
Come on. Okay, that's it. You can move now. Now, which Elaine is Elaine?
How can we tell which is the real Elaine?
We got two Elaines here.
I'm Elaine Freud.
And you?
No. I'm Elaine Freud. I'm Elaine F. Freud.
Can you tell which one is the real Elaine F. Roy? Is it Elaine or is it Elaine?
Which is the real Elaine?
Elaine F.
You know it's very good, Sydney?
Yeah. The real one. There we go. There's your honest answer.
Okay, great.
She's so careful. 99 with like something wrong.
You are putting on a few years there, Elaine. You are not.
They all are YouTubers.
You're on film.
Go outside.
Happy birthday!
Here's to you.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. I hope you're having a good time.
Are you kidding us?
Good, don't you? Well, you really look good.
So what you do?
Okay, off to somebody else.
Okay. Teeth. That's it? Okay, the mystery's over. Woo! Oh,
I'm telling you. He just wants me right now. It's
Marlon, don't be a shit.
okay. Well, let's hear it. Jay.
Yeah, love it. I want it.
Never.
Never in a show.
Never.
Well, let's go up and see the sweet table.
Okay, let's. Boy, Mari, take a little shot of that. Man.
Take a shot of that
I
card.
like the little cards there, Mar.
You
That's
like
very
that?
What are the cards? Let's check.
Well, let's see what the card says, Elaine.
Sweet finale. Aw, hey.
Well, read the card there, Elaine.
Sweet finale. It's a sweet finale, custom and special occasion cakes, cookies, and desserts by Karen Weiner.
There you go.
Table. We'll light the candles.
Mom,
Wait, first
why don't you go
light the
stand behind there and Elaine, you light the candles.
Well, we're not ready yet.
Yeah, she is ready.
No, we're
We're not ready yet. We're not ready yet. Just a minute.
I agree.
Yes, Jay.
Did you get shots of the new lights?
Of which?
Boy, does that look gorgeous.
Jay!
This lady's boys' day.
Happy Sweet 6D. Backwards. Go ahead, ladies.
Hi. Okay, can I start eating the dessert now?
They bring in the cake at the
Short song. You know the Mickey Mouse song? Now, at the end, we're going to go, Happy Sweet 60, and then you bring it to the cake.
So the mirror should be in.
And then we better take the plate.
I have a friend who lives in the Ivory Tower. You know where that is? It's before Food City. And her building. That's the same
Ruthie, give us a muzzle toss. Give Mom a kiss.
She's on that.
She's always trying to be on the walk out back. I was later then. That's why.
Jenny.
Here.
Hi there.
Oh. And that's.
A little dance.
You want us to dance? What are we dancing with? For what? For who? Did you take a picture of Sammy drinking? You're sitting around talking, not talking what we'd like to do on the road. Then from
Think this guy's pissed?
Tell Peter, Jamie, tell Jason. Sorry, I thought he was going home with Jamie.
Come on, Madeline, do something promiscuous. Happy birthday, Lil. Throw a kiss.
Oh! Come on in.
Come on. Forget it. It's going to be grainy.
Come on, people.
Maybe it won't. Hey, leave that off. Leave it off.
Leave it off.
Booby Lil,
Mother Lil,
Booby Lil,
we will stand behind you all the way.
We're
all here to celebrate when friend turns 60.
Hold on.
L-I-L. Mom, we think you're special. R-O-Y.
Dessert time.
Hoppa, hoppa, dessert Get the ball, get the ball. Paul, get the ball, get the ball.
Just a little bit, Paul, but I'm going upstairs.
It's all right. Right away. Okay, let's go.
What do you mean?
No. Oh, Jay's got the camera. All right.
Come on, everyone's upstairs.
Marlon. Hi, Corey. What, you want to
Mom, Dad, get me.
How long did it take us to Mom, you go over there.
Over there?
Sure.
You and me. 1, 2, 3.
Who's the greatest mom in town whose birthday is today? L.I.L., we think you're swell, we have something to say. Mother Lil,
Barbie Lil!
Mother Lil,
Barbie Lil!
we will stand behind you all the way.
Way!
We're all here to celebrate with friends and family. L.I.L., who could tell today you turned 60? L.I.L. Mom, we think you're special. R.O.Y. Why? Because you put up with us.
You're gonna let us have the proper...
Happy Sweet 16.
And you're gonna let us have the property.
Louis!
Taylor's coming.
Turn that light to the
Who is this, the king?
To the left?
Oh, that really looks like...
To you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lil. Happy birthday to you. How old are you?
What's your boyfriend's first name?
No, it's not that close.
It has zippers on all sides.
It's not on. Is it?
Should be able to travel.
Yeah, I gotta get up here.
There's a lot of apartments, I guess.
Thank you.
Corey, you're gonna do that? Daddy.
What? Can you stay a little bit or no? 10 more minutes?
Corey, do it.
No, I don't. No, you know what? Don't do it. It's not good for you.
Dad,
No.
can I try it? Please.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, goodbye.
Burn. Is it too cold? I thought everyone was sweating.
You sure?
He's turning it all the way. He wants to know which is the right way.
Bye, Cor.
Corey, say goodbye to Laura.
Already did.
I didn't see ya.
What is it?
What? But lose on your birthday.
Must lose on your birthday.
Happy.
Happy 60th.
Happy 60th.
Where's your brother?
He's staying.
He's still eating the card. Philip and Debbie.
Okay, David.
He thought it's a tushy. He thought it's a tushy with the candle in it.
Oh my God.
Ladies' booth.
No, it isn't. It is mine.
Oh, here's another frame. Thank you very much.
No, it isn't.
Where is Debbie? Is she here? They're upstairs. No, they're upstairs.
Here, keep the tushy card.
Oh, mine.
Well,
Happy birthday, love.
That's not a birthday.
I know. I know it's Bruce.
Everything looks good on you, including another year. Happy birthday from Madeline.
From Madeline. Where is Madeline? They left. They went home. Another frame. Very nice.
Cindy's having more kids.
Are you kidding? She's got enough pictures to fill all of these and more.
You didn't tell me?
Oh, there was a glass case in that too. Yeah.
I just remember playing.
I should have wrote down on it. Well, I'll thank them all here, so I won't have to send thank you.
Hope all the exciting and all that will help make your birthday
That looks like Vera's writing.
with
I can tell you're writing, Vera.
much
Oh, yeah? He's reading it, and that is from Vera.
Done. I read writing. I don't know.
It's right, it's from Vera and Harry. That's from your other Booby and Baby.
It might be another
Oh, it's a picture frame.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, everything.
Picture frame card. Yeah.
2 picture frames.
Finished?
Mark, can I sit there?
Here,
Yeah.
Jay, this is finished. You're nice.
You want to take over this filming, Jay?
Everyone's into brass
Only if I can
so
sit
we'll
here.
have a real nice
It's on right now. It's flashing. You turn it off.
Yeah, the blue one.
Don't turn off. Hit the record button.
Here's another just similar to the It's in the laughter shared with friends, the hugs and smiles of family. Love is in kind words of praise that follow jobs well done, and in the comfort and support that help when things go wrong.
Chambers.
Special people who give all these things to others. Wonderful people just like
Jamie.
you who have so much to give.
Who's this from, Sonia? See, I knew, just the words alone, I knew it was you.
That's you, Lou.
That's you, Sonia.
I saw that.
Yeah, they had the
Mom.
I'll bet you open this first. Open this first. Just a minute, open this.
What are you looking for?
What do you want, a light? Here.
This should be a wonderful 16th birthday. Best wishes. Should you take it right there?
Oh, it's on now.
Hi.
What? Hello. Keep talking. I can't hear you.
This is the last one. Oh, Marlon. Marlon. Marlon.
Yeah.
Marlon.
Start laughing.
Oh. Marlon.
What?
Marlon. Okay, one more time. Hello. Hi, Marlon. Anything going wrong? This is getting messy. Marlon! Marlon, where are we going? Going out to space? No? Okay. Going to Mars? No!
That's what I said to him.
Is there a non-Jewish girl in there? Sure. Isn't she nice?
Marlon? What?
Is Debbie nice?
Debbie? Yes.
We were talking about. I wonder what she did.
I want to get all the. I want to get Heather, Paula, the Volts. Together, the Volts.
Volts, the reunion.
I'm glad you got the camera, Marlon.
The service with that extra spark.
That's why I'm advertising today.
This isn't my camera. It's Elaine. Oh no, this is it. This is the one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Marlon, in this picture, Jerry being the life of the party.
What's that?
As far as I'm concerned, I'm married.
The life of the party. Here we go.
Sometimes I go a little frustrated.
It's like a talk show here. That's.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I wanted to.
Sure. Oh no. It's like a talk show host. Look at that chair.
Get a close one. Get a close caption. The hearing impaired.
This is for the hearing impaired here, right? So.
What?
Okay, that's good.
No joke.
Hey, Mar, nice to see you left the pictures up here.
Which one, the banana? You like that, huh?
I like this new one they got for the party. Yeah, you never know, but there's some very expensive art in this house.
Where?
You're right, you would never know.
There it is.
Would you point out one of Jay? Point out one of the expensive items. Whoa!
Let's see how big you can blow it up.
It's gonna break.
Over here, Jamie.
I don't know why you would believe me.
Terry was really worried about that newspaper frame thing from January 18th, 1956. And I said it's probably Marilyn's birthday or something.
It is.
Reading it, trying to see.
Marlon,
There's
an
a
impression.
newspaper thing.
Oh.
Zoom in. Ready?
On the
Yeah.
Here's my impression.
And it's got all
The Rain Man. Ready?
six children and wife takes off with aliens. It sounds like stuff out of the Inquirer. And yet it's the Toronto Daily Star, 1956.
Once again, the Rain Man.
See, the microphone doesn't work too well, so let's try it again.
Here we are, the Rain Man. Dustin
Get
Hoffman.
under the light. Get under the light.
Oh, good, I've never seen that movie yet.
Ready? Dip Sally, Sally Dip. 610-015.
How many
I'm an excellent driver. That's an excellent driver. Of course, I only drive on Saturdays. That's what we do Saturdays. Thank you.
Thank you, Dustin Hoffman. Birthday, and I want to present him with a special gift for his special birthday and his wedding day.
Wait a minute, Dad.
Oh, wait. That's his. What are you doing?
Well, whose present is that? What are you opening it for? You have to push the button?
Oh, a box. A beautiful box. Ooh.
That's nice.
Here, Ma.
Wow.
Ma, hold it still so I can get a.
Wow, look at this.
Put it on an angle so I can see.
I love your watch. Why didn't you put it on? It's so beautiful.
Now this is a little
He's really addicted to this watch, huh?
Oh.
too heavy for that.
What kind is it? You sure it's not silver?
Gold, overdoing gold, overdoing gold.
Beautiful. Okay, Meyer, put it on her now.
Dad, put it on her.
You put on his watch,
Dad.
let him put on your bracelet.
Dad, put it on. Put it on.
Both wearing the best. No, I sure want.
Well, I hope that the band is big enough.
They measured it.
Oh, good.
Benji, relax for a second.
Wow.
Whoa, you look like such a rich guy.
He is. He's marrying your mother.
Okay. Oh, beautiful. Okay, now let's see. You put on her.
This is like a needle-do-dee-va-do-dee-lee.
No, take it off like you took it off. Yeah, but it's locked.
I think
Look
you.
here.
I think you guys need more jewelry.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't even see.
You pull up the lock. It's locked.
Oh, man. Somebody over at that end has to do it. I think it's soldered on.
He's an expert at this thing.
No, it's not soldered right there.
Doesn't that hurt?
Okay. It's a safety thing. Safety. I've been wearing it for years.
Don't look at me.
What are you shooting at, Jay? Get out of here. Get out of here with that.
Face is up here. Hey, you're missing the action.
Don't drop it.
Let me do it.
Glober.
There's three locks. Three locks.
Gee, so every time you put it on, you're gonna have to get her over here and ask her? You're never gonna take that off?
I'm not gonna take it off.
This guy's a drug dealer. And all together on three. Siemens Tov and Mazel Tov and Siemens Tov and Maimon Tov and Siemens Tov and Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov and Siemens Tov, Siemens Tov and Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov and Siemens Tov. Hey, baby,
Look at Grandfather. Let's see what he has for you.
that matches me, goof. What's your problem, huh? Tell him what?
My favorite.
Okay, let's make a thingamavitch. There we go.
Class act. We got a class
He's
act.
getting it all over his gold. She used to be a hooker, this one. She used to be a big hooker.
Your life to be as beautiful as you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What are you still doing here?
There's a big Raj.
Stand beside Myers so I can get a picture with her.
This is the policy thing for this. Put it in your car. But you will scratch up an inch. She'll go in. She'll polish it in. Take the bar.
Ma, can you grab Myers' watch?
Wallet.
There was blood going on here. Edward's taking the picture.
Hey, you're not allowed outside by yourself.
I didn't notice.
Hey, Log.
The other way.
Hold your hand.
Hold hands.
Look how cute.
Okay, now you can turn around.
Cute.
Come back.
Hi guys.
Hold hands, Logan. You gotta hold the grand's hand.
Do you guys love each other?
Now hug. Give big hugs.
Whoop, 2 foot. Wait, gotta.
Look. Oh.
Oh, I didn't get that.
Okay, another hug.
Wait, in a minute, hug. Okay, there we go. Hug again. Give him a big hug, honey. Hello. Hello there, guys.
Welcome to the pre-wedding.
Here.
Celebrating here in beautiful Florida.
That's right.
Beautiful vodka.
Can you see how? Can you see how hot it is? We're hot. I'm looking for a palm tree. Don't think we can find one, but this is Century Village. Here I got palm trees.
Give her a hug then.
Hugs.
Give her a hug.
There we go. Real palm trees. And let's see what else we got here. We'll go back inside. That's the daughter. Miriam. Me again, so we'll get you on video. No, it's fine. And this is Aaron. This is Myers' son. Okay. Hey.
Happy birthday.
Great.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And that's Lily's son.
Yeah, for hire? I think so. We have a lot of weddings and bar mitzvahs and things like that.
Look at that. Now that we have a double family.
Book in advance.
All right. Let's see who else we got here.
Oh, we got Grant opening and closing the door here.
Oh, do we? Where's Grant? Oh, there we go. There's Grant and Logan.
Berglansky.
There's Grant and Logan fighting.
No, I can't do that. I'm right now in the middle of something.
L-A-N-S-K-I. L-A-N-S-K-I.
That's all.
He has that name.
I have to go downstairs.
Today or tomorrow? Whatever you want.
What else?
Not the winner of getting dessert at the table.
There we have Alan. That's one of his grandsons. And that's Dina. That's his granddaughter. Oh, well, look at that, too. Okay, coming up. And here we have cake.
You might want to get over here because the writing is facing.
Well, here's the cake, and I can't even read what it says, but it was a happy birthday.
Happy anniversary, Ian and Beth. Happy birthday, Meyer and Beth.
There we go. That's Meyer and Shad.
Nobody, I think whiskey so much to do. Did you see Jay? So much whiskey. Nobody.
It's good. People aren't drinkers. Hey, you. All right, watch the shot. He already fell.
Down for you if you want.
Where you go? Come on here. Come inside, I'll give you some. Come on.
Oh, yeah, right. Oh,
Who? Meyer says you're drinking whiskey. Can I get a picture of you drinking whiskey? Can I get a picture of you drinking whiskey? Meyer said you're drinking whiskey. That's like liquor. So let's see you drinking liquor. It's Coke. Oh, well, Meyer's got it wrong. Well, let's see you drinking Coke. Well, then I guess we can't see that, could we? Is there a drop? Okay, so let's say you drink the drop. The very, very last drop. There we go. It's all down there. Ta-da! All gone? Oh, wow. And now it's all gone. All right, go. Okay, so now is it all gone? Okay. Now can you wave goodbye?
Look at Meyer by the
There we go.
I don't like them so close to the fan. I don't like how weird my key is.
What fan? My head tied it up.
There we have a rocker. Rocker Chad.
Adina, how are you, Adina? Alpha. Boy, you look about work. You stay here, you got kids somewhere. Imagine I go to the pool today, nice day. The pool,
I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take a nap.
You gotta get big whiskey.
I'm gonna have a drink before I go.
You know, what he watches DC.
Well, again. Yeah, you got a lot of work. You got everything back, you know, who's got a few. You know, open the mail. What's that got to do with me? I walk there, you walk here.
I'll drink all, you know what I'll do? I'll drink a mull of liquor while he's going to work with a mailbox, and I'll be drunk and I'll go to sleep. That's right. I'll empty all the bottles. Right now you're going to do everything. You're going to birthday party.
Because he's at home.
Oh, where is it?
So take her with you, but
Mom, come here. Are you gonna walk down the aisle?
well, this is the second marriage. I don't see why I have to walk down the aisle.
Oh, all of a sudden you're fancy?
I'm not fancy.
Answer like you did last time. Come on.
I want you to know my mother is not wearing a stitch of makeup at her wedding, and doesn't she look good?
Her mother never wears makeup, only lipstick.
Imagine
Because I
me
don't know how
showing
to
up
put
at
it
my
on.
wedding without makeup.
My mother's a fella.
I don't know how to put it on, so I don't wear makeup.
Natural guys.
Come on, Lisa. And this is Lisa and her grandma, who I met in Florida. Nice people.
Bye. And gotta go.
See you, Elaine. Hey, don't be a ham, okay? Let's get a shot of your sister. Yeah, give her a hug. And a kiss. Give her some money. There's Brother E. Looking dapper. Beth, looking great. Hey, Beth. Beth? Beth? Lee, what do you think? Your mother's getting married for the second time. Hey? It's nice you made it to this one. You didn't make it to the first one. Hey, Farley. Yes, Benj. Beautiful, Benji. Beautiful. Makes me cry. Hi, folks. Welcome to my mother's wedding. There's one of Myra's sons. I always get him confused. There's Jane. There's the wife and the son, Alan. I'm very bad with names. You'll have to excuse me.
You want to take one or you want to take one?
So cute.
I think he's on the plate for Boston.
Say hi to Marlon. You haven't met Marlon yet. He's my brother back home. Fitzvi Rebbe's study. Okay. Look, Marlon, here's Meyer for you. Meyer, say hi to Marlon.
Hi, Marlon. Take out my glasses, you see me better. Maybe you don't recognize me.
Doesn't he look handsome, Mar? Look at that.
You recognize me. I'm waiting for the guest.
And Marlon, here's where we came yesterday for Shiel. Me and Ian and everybody else. It was a beautiful ceremony, full of Yidden. Ian and I had Aliyahs, and I'm sure you would have had one too if you were here. There's the Aron Kodesh, Did I pronounce that correctly? I hope I'm doing this right. The portrait light is on here on the camera, so I wish you were here to get things straight. But it's too bad you couldn't be here. It really is. I miss you, bro. Get a good shot of the stained glass for you. Boy, it's so stained it needs a cleaning. Okay, I'm going back into the room where the wedding's going to take place. Oi, I'm freaking. There's Ethel carrying Grant.
Somebody's got to find Maya now.
I saw him running. I saw him running the other way. And here's Adina. Say hi, Adina. What about this wedding thing? What do you think? Good idea? Yeah? Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. What are your friends doing now? Back to condo? Here comes the groom, not carrying a broom.
Students, what am I going to do all day, all through the week? Being a rabbi, it won't take me. After a while, I'll get good at preparing sermons. It won't take me very long. But that's not really true. It does take a long time still. I've been a rabbi now for 40 years. 40 years. And a beautiful 40 years. Thank you. Thank you. I'll pay you later. And the thing that I discovered very quickly once I became ordained as a rabbi, that there's always something happening to someone. And therefore, we rabbis really fill our days and our evenings very quickly. And because of the fact that there is a great deal of stress in a number of families, and I am committed to be with them before the day is over, I made one telephone call to tell those people I would be late, but my commitment to them was at 4 o'clock. They know that I'm going to be a little late. I don't know how late. Therefore, I'm going to ask everybody's indulgence at this particular time. Please, I do need your cooperation. And I want to make this wedding as beautiful as possible. And therefore, I need your cooperation for that as well. That sound that I hear is okay. Don't be embarrassed about it. That's an appropriate sound. Okay? Just treat it as you the way you normally do.
Now you gave with the okay.
For those who are taking pictures, this is a precious moment. As long as you don't blind me, you feel free to take as many pictures as you want. There will be 2 cups of wine. Wine will be administered to their lips at 2 different points of the service. There'll be an exchange of at least 1 ring, or will there be 2 rings? 2 rings, okay? That will be 1 ring right after the other. Those are precious moments. I'll even wait if you want to come around to do this. Now, you who are the children of the couple, you were not, as one of you mentioned to me, that you weren't at your mother's first wedding. And I said, that's good, I'm happy to hear that. But now that you're here, I think it might be nice. I'm going to have the bride and the groom standing under the chuppah, and I think it would be very nice if they were surrounded by their children. So I'm going to invite you to come and stand on either side. The groom stands on this side, the confidence of faith that will enable them to deal with whatever the future brings. Help them to love, honor, and respect each other, and to be the very best of friends. May they live so close to each other and to you, and be so responsive to each other's wants and needs, that their life together will be characterized by real peace and love, by deep care and happiness, by joy and fulfillment, and by struggling creatively with their differences. In the growth and development of the coming years, may the commitments of today remain a source of continuing and deepening joy and affection for them, and we all say, Amen. My dear come to stand under this chuppah, the traditional Jewish wedding canopy, in order to ask God's blessings on this your marriage. Therefore, I welcome you with the traditional words of our people, the ancient traditional words, saying, Brochim haboim b'shem Adonai, ve'rachnu chem mibeis Adonai. Blessed are you who come in the name of the Lord. We bless you out of the house of the Lord. Mi adir al hakol, mi boruch al hakol, mi godol al hakol, hu yavarech tefasan v'hakala. May he who is supreme in power, blessing, and glory, bless this bridegroom and this bride. Standing here in the presence of God, the guardian of the home, and ready to enter into the bond of wedlock, answer in reverence of God and in the hearing of this assembly. Mayor, do you of your own free will and consent take Lily to be your wife, and do you promise to love, honor, and cherish her throughout life? Lily, do you of your own free will and consent take Mayor to be your husband, and do you promise to love, honor, and cherish him throughout life? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagofen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvosav v'tzivanu ariyos, v'osel lanu es harusos, v'hitir lanu es hanesuos, lanu al-yedei chuppah v'kedushin. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh amo Yisrael al-yedei chuppah v'kedushin. Amen. Amen. You are consecrated to me. As my wife. In accordance with the laws of Moses. And the people of Israel. Amen. Lily, take this ring and put it on Mayor's finger. You can put it on the ring finger. And look at him and say these words to him now. I betroth you to me in love.
I betroth you to me in love.
I betroth you to me in faithfulness.
I betroth you to me in faithfulness.
And in righteousness.
And in righteousness.
And in compassion.
And in compassion.
And I betroth you to me forever.
And I betroth you to me forever.
And you shall share my love.
And you shall share my love.
And you shall. By these rings, you symbolize your marriage bond. May their meaning sink into your hearts and bind your lives together in devotion and faithfulness to one another, in mutual self-consecration and ever-deepening love for one another. May you establish a true home in the community of the people of Israel, a home filled with the spirit of faith, of truth, and reverence of God. Praise be thou, O God, who sanctifies thy children by the holy covenant of marriage. Amen. Okay, now we have executed today a kesubah, or ketubah, a Jewish wedding contract. I want everybody to see it. It's an illuminated one. Okay, and it's the language. It looks as though it might be Hebrew on one side, but it's not Hebrew. It's Aramaic, which is the legal language of the rabbis. We don't even know how old this formula is, but we've been using it for thousands of years. I don't know if anybody here speaks Aramaic, so therefore I'm going to take the privilege of only reading an English excerpt of this. On the first day of the week, the 8th day of the month of Teves, in the year 5759, corresponding to the 27th day of December 1998, the Holy Covenant of Marriage was entered into in Boca Raton, Florida, between the bridegroom, Mayor Zwicker, and his bride, Lillian Roy. The said bridegroom made the following declaration to his bride. Be thou my wife according to the law of Moses and Israel. I faithfully promise that I will be a true husband unto thee. I will honor and cherish thee, protect and support thee, and provide all that is necessary for thy sustenance, even as it beseemeth a Jewish husband to do. I also take upon myself all such further obligations for thy maintenance as are prescribed by our religious statute, and that's all spelled out in great detail in the Aramaic. We don't actually translate completely. And the said bride has plighted her troth unto him in affection and sincerity, and has thus taken upon herself the fulfillment of all the duties incumbent upon a Jewish woman. This covenant of marriage was duly executed and witnessed this day according to the customs and the usage of the faith of the people of Israel. Mayor, take this in our presence and give it to Lily. Lily, accept this in our presence and keep it always with your most cherished possessions. You can give this on full now, but they'll give it back. And now it's my privilege to recite the Sheva Brachos, the 7 benedictions, sanctifying this your marriage. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehakol bara lechodo. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer ha'adam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher yotzar es ha'adam b'tzalmo, b'tzelem demus tabniso, v'hiskin lo mimenu b'yan adei ad, Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha'adam. Sos tosis v'sorgil ha'akora b'kibbutz bonecha v'socha b'simcha. Baruch atah Adonai v'sameach Tzion b'bonecha. Sameach v'sameach re'eim v'avuvim. V'samechato yetzer b'gan eden miketem. Baruch atah Adonai v'sameach choson v'chalon. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bara sason v'simcha choson v'chala gila rina ditza v'chevra ahava v'ahava v'shalom v'reus v'hiro Adonai Eloheinu v'shema v'ore Yehuda v'churutz Yerushalayim kol sason v'kol simcha kol chason v'kol chala kol mitzvaros v'ratzon v'chupason v'orim v'nishtei v'nason Baruch atah Adonai v'sameach choson im ha'chala. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, ruling spirit of the universe, who creates the fruit of the vine, symbol of joy. O make these loved companions greatly to rejoice, even as of old thou didst gladden thy creatures in the Garden of Eden. Blessed art thou, O Lord, who makest the bridegroom and the bride to rejoice. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who has created joy and gladness, the bridegroom and the bride, mirth and exaltation, pleasure and delight, love and brotherhood, peace and fellowship. Blessed art thou, O Lord, who sendest abundant joy to this bridegroom and to this bride. We all say, Amen. My dear Lily and Mayor, I just want you to also, of course, translated everything into English, so everybody can be a full participant in the event. But I do want to tell you that in a ceremony of this sort, we use symbols.
So how's a happy couple? One of those is for Meyer. Hassel, what's Master?
Jay, this for you? Yeah, I'm over here. Thanks.
Hey, Chad. Hey, Chad. Chad.
Say hi.
Hey, buddy. Here you go. Is that a beauty or what?
He is. You got her on the plate now. He's drinking whiskey sour now.
We have man a shot.
right, no picture. That's all right, no picture. I don't know, Elaine might be over.
Check it out.
Oh, yeah?
What?
I believe in miracles.
Yay.
I do. I believe in miracles. And when Lil and Mark got married, we walked out of the temple. One side of the temple was raining, the other side was sunny and beautiful. So I think it was a sign of God. I also believe that my mother and Elaine and Jay and Ian's father, I think they're sending their blessing to us. And I'm sending my blessing. I think this is a beautiful thing. And I want to wish my father and the happy, the best, and good health. Amen. Now, Elaine has something to say as well.
All right, beautiful. Elaine, it's a good thing we stayed up late and wrote the speech last night, huh?
I don't think you need any help.
If I only would have remembered to brought it. Okay, well, I guess it all started for me about a year ago now when my mother called me and she said, guess what, I met a guy. I met him at a card game and I thought, oh my. And she had told me that she walked by this table of a bunch of guys playing cards. And in Yiddish, one of them said to the rest, isn't she a pretty woman? Thinking that she didn't understand Yiddish. And in Yiddish, she said to them, I understood everything that you said. The next morning, Meyer showed up at her apartment to take her out for breakfast with a plant. I heard it was a poinsettia. And she told me she really liked him. It couldn't have been more than 3 weeks later. You could never get my mother at her apartment anymore. If you wanted to get a hold of her, you had to call her at Myers. This was serious. And when I came back to Florida about a month later, Meyer presented my mother with an engagement ring. And I have to tell you, I am thrilled that Meyer is in my mother's life. And I know I speak for my brothers, my sister-in-law. Meyer's just been a wonderful addition to our life. My dad passed away almost 3 years ago, and it was not an easy time for my mom. And since Meyer has been in her life, she's been so happy and so active and so vibrant and so back to the way that she used to be. I think Meyer is perfect for my mother. I really like him. We all really like him. We're so glad he's in our family. And I wish you both mazel and a lot of happy years together. Very mazel tov.
I must say something. I'm Abe's wife, I'm Betty. I must say something. When Meyer first met Lil, of course I didn't know her, and all I said was, I hope she doesn't hurt him. I must tell you the truth, what I said. And I must say now that I think she's wonderful for him and wonderful to him. And I just had to see my
Oh, wait, Benji wants to say something. Quiet, please. Got something to say?
Elaine forgot to say bye for now, so I'm saying.
Whatever he said. Okay, so I'd like to ask everybody to pick up your glass, whether you're drinking, whatever you're drinking, not your glass. And I just want to say that I think these two make a fantastic couple. And I hope they're going to be together for many, many years and provide each other with lots of love and happiness. Amen. Jay, you walked into that.
It's okay, I've been hearing it for years.
Starting January 6th, Meryl will be with us on a cruise for their honeymoon.
We'll look after them.
All right. Quiet, please.
The Queen talking. The Queen.
The baby sister.
About a year ago, my father knocked on my door, and I was sitting in my living room, 10 months pregnant, or 9 months pregnant, ready to deliver. And my father says, I was in the neighborhood. I have a friend I want you to meet. I was in the neighborhood. Come in. So all of a sudden, Lil comes in, and I went, oh my God. My stomach must have dropped. I thought I was going to deliver. And we talked, and she was very lovely. She sat next to me. I'm telling you, I was ready to deliver, and within 2 weeks, I think I did deliver. And that's when I first met Lil. And all I know is the phone was ringing. Your father has a girlfriend? Your father has a girlfriend? Everybody was calling, all my friends in this table. And I remember Sherry telling me when I went to deliver my baby, okay, I dropped Grant off to sleep at Sherry and Jay's house, and my father went the next morning to pick up Grant, and he says, do you want to meet my girlfriend? And Sherry thought, oh, sure, it's probably my dog. And all of a sudden she comes outside, and there's Lil. And she went, your father has a girlfriend? I thought she was going to show me the dog. But ever since then, Lil's been in our life, and I'm very happy that she's here. She makes my father happy, and I wish them both the best.
I have a present for my wife. A beautiful Brazilian.
Oh, Dad, we already saw it, Dad.
Everybody see it?
You know, one other thing, one other blessing that we got out of this marriage, I want you to be aware of. Since my dad and Lil got engaged, my dad's got out of my hair, out of my sister's hair, and out of my brother's hair. That's a big blessing.
How, we get that one.
Wait a minute, I want to say something as a friend.
That is so true.
The outsider.
I'm on the Brown side. And I want to say what a beautiful mitzvah it is to see two families blended with such beautiful siblings. You know, your children are delightful. I've enjoyed meeting them. It's a great thing to have. Meyer, I love your family, and I've always loved you. But it's a real gift when you can take two families at this point in their lives and blend them together. I've experienced this myself. I cried as you guys said your vows. And I'm very happy that at this point in your lives, the both of you are very fortunate to find each other. I wish you a lot of health and happiness. And from all of Ethel's friends, because we've always been a part of your life, Meyer. We know every time you've annoyed her. Bill, it's your turn. All right.
You'll be nice, Grant.
You can say that. You want to? Benji, you want to say that?
Very assertive.
I'd like to welcome you all here to celebrate our wedding. I will tell you exactly how we did meet. My daughter filled you in on this, but really that was part of it. The men at the table were all speaking Yiddish, and they said, Meyer, stel dich up. Het geht a schöne Frau. And they were all married, and he was the only one that was single. So he turned red as a beet, and he got up, and he didn't know what to say or what to do. And they said, come on, Meyer, sitz nicht. Stel dich up, get seats here. So he finally came over to me, and he said, you want to go on for breakfast tomorrow? So I figured, listen, why not? It looks like a nice guy. And he came to see me with a poinsettia, because it was Christmas time. And he came with a poinsettia, and that's how it all happened. And that doesn't get the far. Here we are, married to one another, and I hope we'll be very happy. I hope so. And it will be very nice. Now I have 11 grandchildren and 7 children.
Get your paws off of it.
Quiet a minute, please. Please,
That's a funny story.
Who's speaking now?
Not
Come on, Benji, speak up.
Okay.
Great, Ben.
This was my shrimp cocktail.
Oh, here, look what happened. Two of them.
Wait a minute, where is it? Where'd it go? There it
Sit
is.
down and eat it before the rest.
Okay, can you I can't even get a good focus on it.
Let's get the top part.
Okay, can you read it out loud?
Here, hold on. Here, come on over here where there's more light. Would like to welcome our children, grandchildren, family, and friends to our wedding celebration. And Marlon, are you missing a press? This is the best meal we've had since we got here. And I want you to know, brother, we miss you here. Elaine, I think you're way off. There.
Okay.
See me?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Hello. Hello.
Okay, say it again.
Marlon, really, we miss you here.
Okay.
What's this? Oh no! I'm getting one out of this.
What about him?
What do you do? What's the three chefs? Get up in here.
Yeah, so what about him?
Very good, very good. Get a little piece of
Meyer, give her a kiss. Come on, a real kiss. Come on, don't give me koyach. You got lots of koyach. Come on, Mom, give him a kiss. Page?